What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here with the review for Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 10, Episode number 14, titled Baby Mena Drama. So, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright, you guys, so let's start this episode up with the hyena and the pit bull. The hyena being Fresher with a PH, and Jen being the pit bull. So, they're fresh off, their engagement, and, they at that house, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, God, Jen, is something stupid. Mona, please don't invite those two back next season, or for the rest of this, well, they'll be back in the spring. Oh, excuse me, which that don't make a lot of sense to me. Big Fish, why are y'all turning this into a Black Ink Crew? Like, I just don't understand this. But nonetheless, Jen, she's looking at the ring, and then she tells Fresh, what, I accepted the proposal last night, but because I didn't want to embarrass you. And I'm like, so what are you doing right here in front of a camera crew? And it's going to be on national television. You're embarrassing this man because you're telling him that you can't take the ring because you don't feel like he, you're telling him you met up with Jada and you still in your feelings, but he's the one that took the money from Jada, not you. So he was right in what he did, going to talk to Jada to try to work out an agreement with her instead of them, her taking him to court. Like, you're stupid. Jen is so stupid. But she says, she want to work on them and build. Oh, God. Jen is, like, really, really stupid. Dumb. Jada, if you watch this episode, you know what you need to do? You see that they got that house. You see that she has that ring. Take them to court. That house and that ring probably can get your money back. Some of it, at least. So do what you got to do and take those two dumbasses straight to court. Please take them to court. Again, idiots. Let's move on. Alright, you guys, so let's talk about Yandy real quick. So none of this shit with Yandy made too much sense. So we saw Olivia and Yandy, they were fake working out, because I'm sitting here like, why does Yandy have a full face full of makeup on, pretending to work out, no sweat, no nothing. But okay, Mona, we gonna roll with the punches and just pretend like Yandy is actually working out. So Yandy is asking Liv about her engagement, her upcoming wedding. She's talking about she's going to go buy the bands for her fiance. And then Yandy lets us know that she lost Mendici's wedding ring. I'm like, oh, wow, you lost his wedding ring. You lost his wedding ring, but you don't sleep on this side of the bed. You still have a toothbrush from when he went, the same toothbrush before he went to prison, but you managed to lose said ring. Now the toothbrush. Okay. Okay. So Liv also told, Yandy about, her meetup with Uncle Fester, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. And she said that he told her that he doesn't really remember telling her that Rich stole the money from her, which she gets upset about. And she talking about she sat down with them, but she got up and left before rubbing pennies could even say too much. And once again, Yandy is trying to stay. I don't know if she's really trying to stay neutral or not, but she's saying that she told rubbing pennies that she doesn't know Olivia to be a liar, but she also doesn't know him to be a thief. It's the same thing, and and Liv is telling her that's dumb as fuck. How do I feel about that? I don't really care, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. What I'm really thinking. So then we also see Yandy. She's with her foster child Infinity. So they're going shopping for Mendice's a new ring, and I'm just like, okay. You're trying to replace his ring, so he's not gonna watch this show and realize that you replace his ring because you lost the first one. So he's really not gonna watch this. Cool. you know. So Ian is asking Infinity how she feels about Mendices getting out of prison. She's cool with it. You know, she says people ask her, is she gonna call him dad and stuff. She says she doesn't know. And this whole situation right here is very weird because Mendices is a felon and Infinity is she was a ward of the state. So how in the hell can he be in the house with Infinity, who is a foster child and a minor at that? I mean, if you know, hey, if it works for them, if it's gonna work out for them, hey, let's just let it work out for them. So then we do see Yandy when she was dressed up like Cruella de Vil going to get Mendices, her and Judy. That's about it for that one, because it really wasn't much. They were just talking about, you know, how the kids will be happy, and I'm sure they will be. But let's move on. All right, you guys. So next, let's talk about Mena and Safari. So Mena is back in Atlanta, and Safari is allegedly in New York, working on this tour for an album that no one really bought or listened to. You know what? I'm like gonna give the album a quick listen. Safari. I actually do like Safari, but the thing about Safari is no one takes him seriously because of the stuff that he does on this show. So yeah, while Eric is in Atlanta, Remy pops up because Remy is down there visiting her family. Her dad is down there. So, Erica tells her that, she went to the doctor and she found out that she was 2 centimeters dilated. And, Yandy, not Yandy, but Rem is like, oh, you do realize, well, she didn't tell her, but, like, when I was 2 centimeters dilated, I was in the hospital getting ready to have my baby. So then we see Safari on this alleged tour, and Mena calls him saying that her water broke, and he's freaking out, getting mad, talking about I got to get to my girl, and he just miraculously caught a flight out to Atlanta to be there in time for the baby being born. But if I'm not mistaken, never mind. I don't believe Safari was in New York to save my life. He was right there in Atlanta the whole time. He got mad at somebody blowing. He's talking about, shut the fuck up. They're blowing. You shut the fuck up. But, they have a bouncing, beautiful baby girl, and that is basically it for those two. Let's move the hell on. All right, you guys. Now, this episode, it opened up where we left off last week with Liv being upset at Cisco, and, he's trying to talk her back into coming into sitting down with Robin Penny. So she says, you know what, cool, we'll do it. So she gets in there. Robin Pennies comes in. He starts to go off on her about the fact that she didn't write on a song, so she didn't deserve it, so she didn't get any money. And she was like, you know what, fuck this. She got up and she walked out. Um, and Mr. Potato Head, Uncle Fester, he was trying to defuse the situation, but he couldn't do it. And like I said, Liv walked the fuck out. So then we do see Dirty Feet Pete and Uncle Fester, aka Mr. Potato Head, meeting up with each other. And he tells him about the meeting with Liv and Rubbing Pennies. And then he says, you know what, when Liv was talking about it, I actually did remember that when I was talking to Liv, and this was a few years ago, we were in her kitchen. She was asking how to see, her record plays, and I told her you can go to this website and you can find out everything you want to know about your records. So inadvertently, I may have kind of said that, hey, yes, Robin Pennies did steal money from her, but you sat here and said you didn't remember that. But okay, okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And Dirty Feet Pete says, "Hey, you know what? Maybe we should sit down with him, and you can tell him that you said, yeah, I did call you a thief. I didn't remember it when I said it, but when we met up. But yeah, I did call you a thief. And I'm like, you trying to trip him up, ain't you? Because he said, well, I mean, it's a game of semantics at that point, I guess you could say, because he said what he said. And what he said was some bullshit. Shout out to Candy for that one. But yeah, I mean, he said that Now let's talk about this shit real quick. December, because I tweeted this. So, Liv, now I get it. If you wrote the song, you should get something from it for for publishing. I get that, but if my memory serving me correct, which I think I'm right, didn't Rubbin Pennies didn't he give that song to Mena and then come to you and give the song when he got pissed off at her? I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything correct before I, just run off on a tangent. But that's where my memory is telling me that you didn't originally have that song, unless it's another song that she's talking about as well that I don't know about. And then number two on top of that song, they were talking about, so we do see Uncle Fester and AKA Mr. Potato Head and Rubbin Pennies, they met up. Actually, this was earlier when he showed the. Actually, this was when in the first half of the episode when he put out that Excel spreadsheet that his mama made, talking about how many spins the record got, and I was like, wow, that record got that many spins. Where was it? Just in the state of New York? Because I never heard it here in Texas. Because when that song came out, that's when I was in college at that time. I was still going to the clubs and things like that. And in the clubs, once the night starts to end, they start to play a little bit of slow songs. That was never one of those songs that they played. Never heard December. Never heard December on the radios here in Texas. So I don't know where the hell this record got so many spins from. Well, I don't even know if those were. I don't even know if that was that many spins or what. Maybe it's streaming services. I don't know. Maybe it's like I couldn't tell you because I couldn't tell you. The one thing I can tell you is probably was done during that time was the comparison between Liv's version and Erica Mena's version. So that's the only thing that I can think of that maybe got it a lot of spins was people comparing her version to Erica's version. But even that couldn't be that much. But I mean, I get it. If Cisco showed her a way to find her how many her money, and her lawyer came up with $117,000, which I still think that's bullshit. But that's neither here nor there. But if he came up with if your money is gone, your money's gone, and you want your money. So I'm not gonna knock her for that one. I just know that the song was that hot. Really did not know that song was that damn hot. So then we do see the old man. They out on the streets of New York. They talking, and Mr. Potato Head tells Rubbin Pennies that what. I do remember that conversation with Liv, and she says she may have just ran with it because I just showed her how she could find her money. So Rubbin Pennies was like, so you did tell her that, so you did make me look like a thief. Basically, he did. So he's like, what? Let's just let it be. But hey, did you tell your boy over here, Dirty Feet Pete, that his baby mama Amina, when she was in LA for the Super Bowl last year, she stayed with you? He was like, what did you say? Yep, your beloved baby mama stayed with him. Which I don't think is a bad thing. If they didn't, because he said they didn't sleep together. He said her friend left her, her phone died. So, he said he got a big enough place, so you come stay with me. Now, I do agree with Dirty Feet Pete on one thing. If Amina stayed with him, why not call Peter and Jay to say, yo, Pete? So Amina, she has some. One of her friends left her. She came to stay. She's here with me. She's safe, and stuff like that. You could have did that favor, but he didn't. Don't know why he didn't do that. So then, Peter was like, so how would you feel if I called your baby mama up and told her she can come stay with me? Because I can't do that. And why he say that? Because Mr. Potato Head got that strength, and he just started fighting Peter. But he did end up on the ground. I'm like, wow, how did you swing on him, but you ended up on the ground? Did the crazy 88s put you on the ground? I don't know. But yeah, they fought with each other, and Rubbin Pennies like, on my car? What did you think when you brought up that situation in front of those two hotheads? Mainly, Mr. Potato Head. Speaking of which, he's lost a lot of weight. When they showed that flashback of him and Rich fighting a few years ago over Diamond Strawberry, he's lost weight. So yeah, you guys, that is a wrap on the first half of Love and Hip Hop New York. They'll be back in the spring for the second half. I don't know why we're doing this. Again, Big Fish, why are we turning Love and Hip Hop into, what are we turning it into? Black Ink Crew. So let's move on to the next review. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I will see you in Love and Hip Hop Miami.